Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Berto started showing up. Hey, what is up, peeps? Berto here, and welcome to Doki Doki Literature Club. This game's free on Steam, and it looked like a really good game. I looked at the description and it said, "The Literature Club is full of cute girls. Will you write the way into their heart? This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed." So I'm excited to play this. It's a psychological horror, and I'm not sure. It might get in my head. I'm not sure, but yeah, let's get started. Okay, some buildings. Hey, I don't know who that is. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. Okay, that girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend that you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. He called her annoying and stuff, but they've been friends since they were young. I don't know. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently. And I would get tired of waiting up. Yeah, I don't like waiting for people either. So I understand you. But if she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. Then he's gonna take off, he's gonna run away from her. Damn it, why am I burping so much? However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Like in every anime they do that. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Eee! Ah, that hurt. You say like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Berto. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Dang. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Berto, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm not sure about that. I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. He's like nodding his head while she's talking. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Nothing wrong with that. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. Okay. And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. Fuck you, Sayori. I'm not gonna become a NEET. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess. I'll promise you that. Yay! Good for you, Sayori. Why did I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? I don't know, man. More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if it does exaggerate everything inside of her head, even if she does exaggerate. Dang. The school day is as ordinary as ever and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. That's how I used to be in school. I used to just lay down and not even pay attention in class. Clubs? Clubs? What the heck? Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Just leave me alone, Sayori. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know, she doesn't trust me. She doesn't trust me that I'm going to do it. No what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Damn. Meanie. I can't do that like in the animes and stuff like that if you guys watch it. Sayori's vice president of the literature club. Not that I was even aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. So that means the person created the club and then just ended up quitting. She got stuck just being the vice president. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Why? Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's just cunning as to have planned all of this. I'm pretty sure it's the latter. She just wants me to go. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yay, let's go! Damn it, Sayori, why'd you drag me into this? And thus, today marks the day that I sold my soul for a cupcake. Damn, me too. I mean, cupcakes are pretty good, or I don't know if Natsuki? Is her cupcakes gonna be good? I dedicatedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. What year are we? Are we like first, second year? Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Okay. Everyone, the new member is here! I told you, don't call me a new member. I glanced around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Girl number 1. Sayori always says nice things about you. Damn it, there's 3 people. I don't even know how many voices I could give them. Seriously, you brought, I don't know any more girl voices. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Berto, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. Okay, I'm just quiet. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Don't tell me he's gonna go to the club. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki? Damn, the girl with the sad attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. She's so short, like, is she, what is this, high school? Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes according to Sayori. You can't just ignore her when she gets moody. Oh, you can, okay. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Okay. Anyway, that is Natsuki, always full of energy. Good for you, Natsuki. And this is Yuri, the smart one in the club. Oh, this is Yuri? Hi Yuri. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. Who is she? Monika? Where did she come from? There's like girl number 1, girl number 2, and she popped up. So what, 4 voices that I gotta make? I don't know, maybe in the next episode I'll have like more voices for them and stuff. It's great to see you again, Berto. Nice to meet you. What the heck? So looks like she's about to fart somewhere, like fart over there. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. I mean, don't say that. You could try. I don't know. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monika? Come sit down, Berto. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monika. Damn, I'll get the cupcakes. Who are we gonna sit with, though? Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little excited. Then how about you make some tea as well? Oh, how about I make some tea as well? Okay, together a few deserids to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Are we gonna actually join the club just for some tea and some cupcakes? And some cute girls? Natsuki and Yuri walk over on the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Ooh, ah! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. Okay, so cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know, she probably bought them. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. Girl! I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I hate when that happens, like somebody makes you something and then like you're trying to eat it and they're just watching you eat it. I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Berto. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did. Sarit said, well, maybe, but not for you, you dummy. What the hell? Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. I'm just saying, like, thank you for the cupcake. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this... Oh, you keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess? Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. I don't know what she meant, but I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. What? Tea is... What? Okay, whatever. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Okay. Monica raises an eyebrow then smiles at me. Monica, don't get the wrong idea. Like, Yuri's pretty cute, but I don't know who I'm gonna try to talk to. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. I was dragged by Sayori. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that was practically, yeah, dragged by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. Well, we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Dang. Weren't you leader of the debate club last year? Well, let me just fart to the left over here, or the right, and tell you my story. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Okay. Fuck, I have something in my eye. Ow. I'm sorry. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and notes to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Okay, Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't any more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. That's pretty cool that they made a club out of this. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. Okay. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow in this club before we graduate. I'm burping a lot. I'm sorry. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees, and I just back away slowly and just get out of the club. I'm like, nope, not for me. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Dang, hopefully they stay. They're all really passionate, so they might. Maybe that's why they're just so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Berto, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, I don't read. That's the problem. Considering how little I've read these past few years, I really don't have a good way of answering that. Manga? I muttered quietly to myself, half jokingly. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usual novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. Okay. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. That's cool. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Oh dang, she's really smart then. Isn't it amazing how writing can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. Damn it, I don't know what to say in this conversation. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at that minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. That's true. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you? I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. What the heck? Never mind. What the hell? That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! Give that back! Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. What the? I'm trying to just talk to her, she just hates me. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can... set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share herself. Dang, now she's like speaking about it, now she doesn't want to do it. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Damn, we're all puzzled. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Nobody likes that idea. Yay, let's do it! Except for Sayori. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond. Hold on! I never said I was gonna join you guys. I just came for the cupcake. Isn't that right, Berto? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Damn, I think I'm gonna end up joining the club. Yeah, hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's being on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought... Berto, you all... I'm defenseless against these girls. Damn it! How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's all the blood rushing down to my pants? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. Damn it. Don't decide up here, not down there. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, I might stab you. You really did scare me for a moment. Oh, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. I'm gonna fart on... what's her name? I forgot her name. Welcome to the literature club. Damn it. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Berto, I look forward to see how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Berto, since you're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, so Yuri and I never walk home together anymore because she always stays after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! Okay. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to go up closer to one of these girls. Dang, so that means I'm gonna have to pick at the end for one of them? Alright. He's happy about it now. I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Dang. So now I have to write a poem for these girls. It's time to write a poem. Pick words that you think are okay. Alright, let's go. Grief? What the heck? Oh, so I think if I pick a word that I guess has to do with them, one of them is gonna jump. So let's go with hopeless. Why is she? I thought she was like bubbly and like all happy and stuff. Why is she like jumping around with the stuff? Hold on. Depression. What the heck? Universe? Oh, she jumps. Okay, so I'm gonna try to get all the stuff for her. Disoriented. Okay. What the heck? Hey again, Berto. Glad to see you didn't run away from us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange to me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. Okay. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Berto. Alright, so I ended up picking a lot of the stuff that she had, and it was kind of like I accidentally pushed some other ones, and it's like suicide and all this other stuff, and then I forgot her name. Sayori was jumping around. So I don't know, even though it's like a psychological horror, I'm trying to like focus on everything that I pick and everything that I say. So she was kind of more into like the dark side, like the books and stuff that she read. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature then you're not accustomed to it. Oh come on, like he deserves any slack. Sari told me that you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica or manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki pops back into her seat. I read manga. Don't worry, guys. Berto always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me asking, like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. So yeah, that's because your room's... Damn it. Sorry, Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. What the hell? Is that so... Sayori, you're kind of crazy. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. No, that's not what it looks like. We're just friends from like back in the day. Like she's my neighbor. I kind of like you, but Sayori's a friend. How come? You and Berto can become good friends too. Oh, okay, that was her. Sayori. I don't know what to say. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she put me into. Sayori. Oh, Yuri even bought you something today, you know. What? Wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. Oh, I don't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she'll think I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you! I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew! Well, you could read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. Dang, she gave me a book, I wonder what it is. But that doesn't seem to be the case. So Yuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. Oh, I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. What the heck? Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. What is she looking for in the closet? I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. Dang, like sometimes you want to talk to somebody about what they're reading, but then you want to like mess them up because they're reading. It's like, oh, what are you doing? It's like, I'm reading, leave me alone. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent me. Oh, why did she give me the same book? Oh, she wants to discuss it, that's why. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. She caught me! I think she noticed me looking at her. What do we do now? Just look away, like look out the window? She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. Damn it. I don't know what to do in this situation. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Damn it. Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. Dang, so she really wants me to read this book and like talk to her about it. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well... Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. Markov? Sounds like a gun, like a sniper or something. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Illuminati confirmed. Alright. I just want to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of crazy. It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri makes it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Berto? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. Dang, she's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kind of stories turn me on. They challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants it to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. I used to like that kind of stuff when I used to like be in humanities class. I like that. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books or writing fill my thoughts, I end up killing people. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That shit means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started what am I saying? I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. Well, what are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Dang. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just let me know if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand that what Yuri means about reading in company. Who reads the prologue? I don't read the prologue, I just skip ahead to chapter 1. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. Is she gonna be looking at me while I'm reading? It's not a particular bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. The heck, why is she reading over my shoulder? Girl, you got your own book, read that. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. You did it again. I mean... What the heck? Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. I feel like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Oh, okay. So it's just us two. What happened to all the other girls? Where are they? Like, we're just reading and doing all this stuff and they're like gone somewhere. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face. She's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Whoa, what the heck's gonna happen? To turn the page. Oh, that's what you... Oh, sorry. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know if I'll be able to keep up with her. Are you guys reading or doing something else? That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. Yeah, they're not talking about reading anymore. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm reading to turn the page, if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. So I'm not even reading, I'm just flipping the page. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri? This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all the things that she says and does. Like, she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Oh. You remain silent for a moment. But Berto, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. Oh, damn it. I thought it was gonna be a compliment. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait. I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. Okay. I guess I meant more Oh, I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying? What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. What the hell? She just scared us. I think it's about time we share today's poem with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spearing from her last thought. Is that alright, Yuri? Oh, you look kinda down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not... It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. His thumb. That's what he calls it. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read with you? I guess I don't... Oh, I guess I don't have much of a preference either way. Damn it. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know. That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up, holding the book between my pants. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then I slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? No, I did not. Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? I can't wait! So Yuri and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Who am I going to give it to? Ceres is on the wrinkled sheet of loose leaf, torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica's wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Damn. Who should I show my poem to first? Who should I show it to first? I shall show it to... Who should I show it to? Yuri. Because I think when I read the poem, when I picked all the words, it ended up picking her more, so then the poem's about her. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. Yeah, I'll show it to her. I could trust her opinion, to be fair. Okay. Damn, she hated it. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? What? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. She doesn't believe me. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her fingers along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, you tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. Really? I thought poems were just rhyming stuff together and you're good. Am I wrong? It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as that's a rare opportunity for her. I'm sorry, I can't read today. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Okay, Ghost Under the Light. I can't read that, it's cursive. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be of this. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green slime of the future? I bathe. Calms breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. She's like having an intense battle with a street light. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? How did you know? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you so long. Damn it, how does she know? Well, I just don't read script very often. Yeah, me either. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, I always battle street lamps every day. Since it's our first time sharing, I want to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Berto. You dumbass. Really? Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it, after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep doing my best for you, Berto. Me too. Okay, so I guess we might learn something from her. But, hello Sayori, how you doing? This is a good poem, Berto. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but it doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Berto. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah! And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you on that, then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. What the heck? We'll see about that. Okay, dear sunshine, the way you glowed through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rather sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. I'm pretty sure she wrote this in the morning. Like, she probably forgot or something, just wrote this in the morning. Because it's like, dear sunshine, talking about breakfast. I don't know, maybe she wrote in the morning. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No? Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about yourself. Oh, myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah, you did. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school? Good for you, Sayori. It's bad to skip breakfast. I guess I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. What the heck? Okay. Now, let's read Natsuki's. Oh, it's her. She hates me. I don't know why, but she hates me. But if you're not gonna take this club seriously, then go home. What the hell did I do? What? Harsh. What? Do you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem if you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Dang. Painful to think about. Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'll tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you'll probably think it's stupid. Oh my god, eagles can fly. She hates I don't even know why she hates me. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek. Cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. I hate this poem. Yeah? I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things that can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. All she wrote about was people doing stuff, like monkeys getting climb and stuff like that. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for the rhyme at the end, but they made it fall flat on purpose. Oh, you did that on purpose? I didn't even notice. I was putting out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Don't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care about how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Okay, Natsuki, if you say that you did it on purpose, then I'm gonna believe you, but I don't believe you though. Hi, Berto. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things that we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Let me fart on this desk. Don't worry, Berto. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Berto. I was going, oh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect that for someone so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easier for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Is she giving me tips on the other people? Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feeling, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm sure Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near their level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable about doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. Dang, Monica's voice hurts my throat. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Yeah. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Alright, hole in wall. It couldn't have been me, so see the direction the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know it. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas. Always scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forward into everything, a hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. So somebody broke a hole in the wall and they're looking at her looking at them? So, what do you think? It's very freeform. That's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What is the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up a bit. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your head and go with the flow. Okay, that's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. What the heck? Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a bit more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. That is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayuri and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furry in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Huh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Berto did too. So based on that, I'm gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me? They're about to fight. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Berto liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. She's gonna beat my ass. I gotta get out of here. Oh. I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I you're just... Yuri stands up as well. They're gonna fight. Maybe you're just jealous that Berto appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how do you know that he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Berto started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... That doesn't involve you. Oh dear. Oh my god. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me, as if they'd noticed I was standing there. Berto, she's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning that should jump out of the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Berto. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Berto? I really don't want to get in this. Well, I'm gonna leave. Like, I'm just gonna walk out. I'm just gonna peace out, guys. How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Damn it. Natsuki, Yuri. I could just be like, help me, Sayori! Help me! See, but I want to talk to Yuri, but I don't want Natsuki to hate me. I'm gonna avoid both. Help me, Sayori! Natsuki. Natsuki glares at me, drawing up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri? Damn it. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. What the hell? Sayori! Huh? Yeah. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Berto? Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Damn it, I thought I could get out, but I can't. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes you. Stop! Oh. Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Sayori stands up triumphantly. Monika stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Dang, she just took off like nothing. Doki sits down with a blank expression in her face, staring at nothing. So, this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monika. She doesn't return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I could blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Yeah, I'm just like, Sayori, help me. Well, I guess it just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's really suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. I just remember this is psychological horror. I would hate to see her get herself hurt. Hopefully, Sayori would be fine. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monika smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little bit more. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Berto, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. Okay, thank you, I guess? I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. Well, with any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nodded myself with newfound determination, so I actually like this. Berto! Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they're good friends of yours. Phew. You know, Berto, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. In the club? Oh, literature club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. Dang, so that's the only reason why I joined the club. I pressed Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Alright. Yeah, so I guess, so far nothing has happened. But hopefully in the next video, that I don't know if something's gonna be crazy or whatever, but I actually really enjoyed this game. So if you guys want to see more of this, let me know in the comments. I'm actually really enjoying this, and hopefully in the next video I'll be able to like have a perfect voice for each person, because I was kind of just winging it, and I don't know if there's gonna be more than one person. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.